Hello everybody, this is Bench85 and welcome to what's going to be the last episode of Season 2 of Farming Simulator 17. As I talked about in the last episode, we're going to be wrapping things up here simply because, well, this map has been kicking me in the butt. There are issue after issue, different things that we found as we went along. The biggest one, obviously being the inability to pick stuff up off the ground decently. It affects conveyors heavily. It affects windrowers and tedders. Basically anything dealing with grass and hay. It affects those pretty heavily. And it just, it limited us to what we could do. And if I'm going to do more of a long-term type one of these, I would like to be able to do all these crazy things, being able to automate stuff like that. So it's something we're gonna have to look for as we go. But next one will probably be a little bit more realistic. So I am selling that because we're going to get the big one. We're finally going to use the modded one that we have in here, which is this big mega mammoth one. Just because I want to try it. Yes, I want to spend 168,000 on it. Perfect. Let's see how big it actually is. So the old one is 16,000. This one is supposed to be 64, so it should be 4 times the size, and it is big. But it should be. Oop. Oh yeah, it's big. 4 mixing rotors inside. I didn't even look to see how much, does it say how much? 240 horse. 210. Okay, so this one may not have enough horsepower in it. We want the tip side to be right. Perfect. But it sure looks cool. Oh, it's got a... Oop, I should watch where I'm driving. I'm sorry there, buddy. I kind of ran into you. Oh. I guess this thing is bigger than I realized. There we go. So, I'm trying to think. I was putting like 1 straw bale, 1 hay bale, and then the rest in the silage, which worked out really well. So we should be able to put 4 straw bales, 4 hay bales, and the rest in the silage. And it should mix up just fine, which will be really nice. It would have been really nice actually a little bit ago, but I didn't exactly have the money for it. As I should mention, there is a symbol down in the right hand corner there next to the miles per hour gauge. It's the arrows facing different directions. That is called the parking mod. Something that they just released recently. Basically it allows me to, if I hit Control T, you'll see the X goes through it, or the disable. It allows me to basically say that certain vehicles I don't want in my tab menu when I'm tabbing through, which is extremely helpful when doing some of the other work. Fortunately, that means that if I want to include the vehicle back into it, I need to actually physically walk over to it. The other mod that I started, which is more for a no teleport mod, which would be interesting but at the same time difficult. Probably not something I'd want to do for a series. Is a mod that saves your starting point, or I should say where you log out. So if I was driving here and I decided to log out, I would start here instead of the same starting point. of the map every time. Which is kind of nice to remind you what you were doing prior to actually logging out, especially if it's been a few days. The only thing with this big guy here is you're going to have a tractor that's basically full-time duty on the mixer. So it's going to require more funds. So it's definitely going to be interesting for a realistic approach. That should be enough room here. So case in point, I really don't need to be going to this guy, so we'll hit Control T and stop that. We probably won't be using that today, so I'm going to tab that one out. We won't be using the combine today. Truck we might use, this we're going to use, this we're not going to use. So now you notice we've only got a few in the list. Works pretty slick. So definitely would have been nice to have a little bit further down the road. So I'm going to drop the bucket here. I need the bale fork, and let's load up our mixer and let's see how this works. So like I said, it's going to be a big benefit for the animals. Basically, we're just trying out a couple of things here, whether or not the mods will be useful to have in our next iteration, our next season here, because I plan on doing another season. It's going to be a little while before I get a chance to actually release it. All my bales fell over. Because I need to work through the new mod, I need to test it. I have not done anything with the Seasons mod before, so I don't know how well it's going to work. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So the question is, yep, okay, so it does go in there. Perfect. So that's one. Can we stick? Alright, so just as the video froze, I thought about the fact that maybe the autosave mod is going to mess up thanks to the save your position mod when you save and close out. So yeah, it crashed on me. So I got rid of that mod. We're going to try this again. So that is 2 bales right there. I should be able to grab 2 bales together right here. Thought I could. Maybe not. Well, I'll just start out with 1. It's pretty easy. Let's fill this guy up quick. And I'm worried that it won't let me unload, simply that I don't have enough horsepower, so we're gonna have to see what it does here. I barely have that bale. Okay, so that should be 4 of those. Now we need 4 straw bales. Oop. It's always nice when you can get 2 at a time. It's even nicer when they're actually stacked together properly. And you can grab them off the pile, you know, like 2 at a time. Like just come up here. Oop. Let's actually square up to a pile here to make this easier. And just grab 2 of them like that. Makes it a whole lot easier to load it. Oh. So we're gonna have to go over to the other part now. Ooh. Not steering very well today. Really not steering well today. That is not good. So hopefully I find a map that maybe isn't quite so big, that will not be such a tax on the system. It won't be prone to freezing like that. We'll actually have things working properly. I still want a central farm, something like this, where I don't have to go too far with things, but at the same time, I guess I could manage if they're within reason. Seems like single farms are the hardest to come by. We're gonna have to grab a bunch of silage. We're gonna have to grab this guy, which is showing half full, which is exactly where it should be. So basically it comes out to a mix of 50% silage and then 25% straw, 25% hay, which is perfect ratio, basically. Exactly where we want to be. So let's fill this guy up with silage and we'll see. Yeah, we could use a bigger tractor on this. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't get this sooner, because we wouldn't have been able to move this around very well. But at the same time, I mean, it's gonna be able to feed animals very well with one mixing. Because mixing is honestly the pain in the butt portion. Because you're moving stuff around and you're doing all this loading and unloading, and it's just easier when you're not having to worry about it as much. So we're looking at about 45, well, let's say 4,400 per scoop. We need to get to 32. So 88, 17. So it's going to be about 7 buckets full, I would say. At some point here, it's actually going to change over to silage when it gets within range of the actual proper mix. To go along with the problem of not picking stuff up, these things here that are in the corner there, I cannot obtain them. They are caught in the corner. I cannot scoop them up. I've tried multiple ways. I've tried to pick it up with this bucket. I've tried to pick it up with the Lely cleanup guy over there. There's a good chance that this side is going to pick up for me. That side though just does not want to pick up. It's another bug in the map, and it sucks, you know? It sucks dealing with bugs, is what it comes down to. Things that you can't fix, you can't do anything about. So that would be, what, 4 bucketfuls there? Now, I fed these guys not that long ago, so there's a good chance that this all will not go into there, but I at least wanted to try it out. See what it was like, see how well it worked as a model, which, there, just switch to silage. Which it should work great. It should work perfect for what we're trying to do here. So I think it's definitely going to be a mod that we keep. It'll be nice when we are actually like running out of silage. I mean, it's not going to be nice, but at the same time, it's going to be nice when you actually have to think about that kind of stuff. Whereas now it's, you know, this is the silage that we put in, you know, how long ago? And I haven't had to do anything with it since. I mean, it just sat in here. How many seasons? So. One more bucket, because that was 7, so it's going to be a little bit more than 7. So you'll see I can go along here, and I won't get a darn thing. I'll get stuck on it, like the models are there. But according to the game, there is 0 silage that I can pick up there, which is why it's not working. There. So there really wasn't much left, space-wise. So we're just going to park him there. We're going to grab this. So we have a full 64,000 of proper ratios. And I'm going to pull it over here, and we are going to see if it allows me to unload. Oh, it does. Well, alright then. You'll see here. Oh, actually it was going down. Oh, because I sped up time, that's why. So I was actually running out of things. Good to know. So actually it's going to end up probably using it all. But do you realize how much, I mean, you see how much I've actually put into here? We might actually get power food into the green. I don't really want to get in his way. thought the tip, oh yeah, tip side's supposed to be to the right. Which it was. So that's one full mix, and I'd say we did pretty darn well. So it is definitely a worthwhile mod, that is for sure. It'll stay. So I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna grab the other piece of equipment that I want to try out, play around with, and then I guess after that we'll have to take a little bit of a tour around what we did and kind of say goodbye for the season. So I'll meet you guys back somewhere over there. Oh, one disappointment after another, isn't it? So this is the machine I wanted to play around with. It's supposed to be a bale wrapper of some sort, able to make bales out of a lot of different things. Unfortunately, see, it uses an in-game owner's manual, which is kind of cool. Technical details, all that kind of stuff. So it says, position tractor and machine on plain terrain. Turn a little bit to the left, then you can put machine in work position with key X. Okay, so I folded it. Go down to machine, open right door with key N to access control panel, put down support with key Z, set machine in work position with key B, and finally set down bale chute with key X. Alright. So I folded it, as you can see. Okay, so then I'm supposed to go down to the right side of the machine, which I would assume would be this side, and I'm supposed to press N to access the control panel. Now what bothers me is these hydraulics are not hooked up, and I don't know how to hook them up. I've gone all the way around the machine just pressing Control N. The only thing I can do is lower this ladder down, which I'm not sure how that helps me. Yeah. So I don't know if it's broken or I don't know what I'm doing. It's not like I can just like tell to hook it up or something. And if I go in here, I can't turn it on because it's not set to where it should be. The only thing I thought of was, well, maybe it needs, let's see. Actually, no, that's going to be in pallets. Silage additive, bale net pallet, high quality foil wrap pallet. I'm guessing I won't be able to pick those up. Where is our truck? So, well, let's go for a bit of a drive. Let's go down to the shop quick. We're going to put our tailgate down for no more aerodynamic purposes. Although, if you watch Mythbusters, you would know that this actually is less efficient. If you're wondering why that is, well, with the tailgate up, it creates a bubble of air, which allows the air going over the cab to just pass over the tailgate. Put the tailgate down, and the air wraps around and gets all turbulent behind the cab because there's no bubble. I don't know. Simple stuff, I guess. Physics, not simple. Aerodynamics, something. I don't know, but I'm guessing I won't be able to pick this up, which is really going to suck. If that's the case, oh gosh, I'm going to cheat this a bit. I hope you guys don't mind. Just because I don't want to take forever trying to get this thing working when it may not even work. Here we go. So which one's which? Of course it's too heavy. So we got foil and we've got netting, so do I have the ability? It does show these two here. So if I turn everything on, do I get to see pallets? Oh, those are my two workers. Those are all locations. Really? Oh. That means I gotta either drive something down here, or am I able to basically push this? I feel like it might be quicker for me to just go get something. Hi. Can you just hold this line here? I need to, oh, I guess it does sit there. Oh, I don't have pallet forks, do I? I should. Got bale forks there. By the way, that bale wrapper thingy, it hurts my frame rates quite a bit. So I can't keep using it. I just want to try it. I do not have pallet forks. Alright, I'm going to get those things back home here, and then we're going to give it one last try and see if I can get this stupid thing to work. Alright, so last chance at this. I got those two loaded up here, so if I do R, I'm telling it to refill. Is it because I still have the those on it? Like if I do that, will that fix it? Okay. Okay, how about not folded? Or is it confused because there's two options? So why is this not working? Pallets of consumables can be used by one by one to refill machine with key R. Yeah, right. Okay, so what if I do... There. You can have them. I don't want them anymore. I feel like this is broken by a mod of some sort. It's shaking like it's trying to refill, but it can't. And no matter what I do, I can't get it to do anything. Unless there was an option that I did that was incorrect or something. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I don't know what's going on. Because no matter what I do here, I can't get it to fill. Nope. Well, I feel like that is a broken mod, and that probably explains why it's laggy. Definitely laggy for us. So with that, I guess it's just going to be a wrap up. So, differences, or things that I liked during this season. I really enjoyed the map, minus all the breaks and problems. I like this idea of having these nice big sheds here, these drive-through sheds to store my stuff, even though I don't have everything stored. I like the push for animals. I feel like we're going to have to do that even more in the season's version that we're going to do for Season 3. Then we can definitely utilize a lot of fertilizer. We're going to have to find things to do. We may even have to be able to sell it because, well, we're not going to have to worry about it. Or we're going to have to worry about it because we're going to start filling up. We ended up with 84 cows, 195 sheep, 32 pigs. We were producing a cow every 3.5 hours, a pig every 4 hours, and a sheep every hour, basically. And I actually was filling up the, you feel that, the frame rate stutter? That's from that stupid bale wrapper that doesn't work. Now, to be fair, there may be, ooh, there's a tree there, another mod that's affecting it. It very well could be that way. I don't know. But it will not be installed in the next iteration. I was going to drive over here by the sheep, too. I did like the bigger map. It was fun. I liked trying to clear out an area for a field. That worked decently well, except for the ground cover that we couldn't get rid of. And, well, it takes time, but I knew it would. Yeah, look at that. We already got 4 full pallets. Sheep make a lot of wool. Sheep are definitely worth it to keep feeding them that. Things I didn't like about the map, well, or about the season in general. The map was broken in many ways, which sucked. I didn't balance things as well as I should have, so there was a lot of gameplay. To give you an idea here. Oh, I passed it. Time played. I am at 102 hours. Almost 103 hours played on this season, which is more than last season. And we didn't really get that far as machinery goes. Now, the other thing I don't like is the size of the map, the way things are laid out, and I believe it's made for multiplayer. This is definitely a multiplayer map designed for it. I also don't like the fact that the map crashes a lot, which is why I had the autosave mod in, but we made it work. We survived. I didn't lose too much, 5 minutes at a time, unlike in the beginning when I was losing like an hour's worth of work. Which, let me tell you, really sucks. But I do love this map. It is a beautiful map. And changes that are going to come next season is a new map, obviously. I do not have one picked. We're going to have to do some exploration to figure that out. We're also going to be playing with the season's mods, so that's also going to determine what map I do because it has to be compatible. So we are going to have winter seasons where we can't grow things. We are going to have a spring and fall and winter, or spring, fall, summer growing period. Crops will grow during certain times of the year. So we have to plant them the correct times of the year. It will take, I don't even know, it'll take a long time to grow them. So it's going to be many, many days of feeding and taking care of the animals and stuff and letting the animals produce money while we wait for the crops to grow. Which also means that what is in the fields themselves is going to be worth much more to the animals because one crop is going to go, however many days worth of feeding animals. Really? There we go. Stupid pole. And I'm just kind of driving around enjoying the scenery, trying to look around. That's why I'm running into things, because I'm kind of looking around as I go here. I really didn't travel too far this way. Yes, I know I'm just driving wherever I want, but is there a fence here? Oof, thought there was. Yeah, I haven't gone out this way, so I don't know what's out this way. I'm assuming there's trees and stuff out this way. There's so many fields, though. Ooh, some crazy terrain to try to farm on here with these hills. So, like I said, it's going to take me some time to get it worked out. I got to work out the mod list, go through the list that I have, delete ones that I don't use or are not really detrimental to a seasons style map. I may have to play around with the seasons map a little bit or read up on it to understand how it all works. Or we'll just kind of go into it blindly and see what happens. Trying to see, what are those trees up there? Those like poplar trees almost, but colored ones. Kind of want to drive down here and see. There's a lot of birch though. Lots and lots of birch trees. There's a road there. Where are they? So those are pines right there. Where are these really tall ones? Oh, I passed it. I feel like that's a different tree. I can cut it down. I guess if we want, if we want money in our winter time during our seasons mod, we're probably gonna be cutting wood. So we're kind of have different time periods throughout the year where we're doing different things, which will allow us to branch out, and we'll do a couple seasons worth, a couple years worth at least on that map, just kind of see how things go. And just kind of have fun with it. See where it takes us. But the other reason it's going to take time is I've been playing the Kerbal Space Program. That series has been rebooted, so I'm going to spend more time on that. I need to get back into Minecraft a little bit. I want to get back into streaming a little bit here. I've been slow with that. I've had some personal reasons why I haven't been able to stream or record as much. And I am heading down for training again, which actually by the time this video posts, I will probably be either heading down there or I'll be down there. It's this following week here, 17th through the 19th here. I'll be down there, well, 16th through the 19th. And I don't know, let's see. Definitely considering doing a stream when I come back from school on my birthday, October 20th, next Friday. So we'll have to see how that goes. We might do a special stream of some sort. But I really hope you've enjoyed this map. I hope you've enjoyed this season and a little different take on things, although it kind of ended up being the same. I'm hoping that by putting the seasons mod in, it's going to change things completely. And we are going to probably struggle to survive. We'll have to see how things go, but definitely gonna push sheep because sheep make money. I found that out if you can feed them. And actually hay equipment is not that expensive, and it's pretty easy and low maintenance to do. But this is me signing off. Bench85 from this map, from this season. Season 2 is officially over. And look forward to Season 3 when things are going to change on a new map, a new mod list, but the same old fun and hopefully relaxing series that Farming Simulator 17 and 15 before that was. Just kind of a chill hangout type deal, and just kind of talk about things, talk about equipment, talk about farming, just talk about having fun. Must say, this is such a beautiful map that I cannot drive on. Oof. Well, that, guys. Thank you all for watching. No, wait. We gotta have some fun here. We gotta have some fun. We gotta go back up to the road here. thank you all for watching. And as always, everybody, take it easy. Oh, there had to be a tree in the way. No. You know what we should do? We should drive the heck out of here. We need to get out of the map. We need to go. We need to go faster. We need to go faster. We're almost at the end of the map. I don't know why I'm ending it like this, but I am. I don't know. But I see the end of the line, so thank you all for watching. As always, take it easy.